folks, what's up? We are playing... All I know is it's NotLarsen. God, I'll play e5. I play this line, this e4, e5, I just don't love it. Oh my god, this is why I don't like it. Stupid annoying line, man. Is f6 what I do? I think so. What do I do next? Bishop g4? Yeah. Boom, castle queenside. Okay. So at least it's double-edged, which is what you want against a somewhat lower-rated player. Turn this camera down a little bit. I can take a pawn, but for some reason I remember it like being a bad idea to take that pawn. I think I'll just do this to develop my pieces. I just remember having a game where I took the pawn and it was like not recommended, let's just say. I'm gonna put my bishop here and go knight e7. I don't care if he goes knight c4. Okay. If g4, whatever, I'll live. Weakening his king side, and it gives me a hook to play h5. So, bishop f7. I can also take and then take on f3. Sure, why not? Let's play this endgame. I just have to be on the lookout for moves like f4. But this knight g6 makes them harder to play. Let's put the rook in the middle. I'm not sure what I'm going to do with it, though. I don't know what I'm doing. I was just thinking king b7. Just to get my king... No matter where I put the camera, my chin always gets out of it. Right. No. Oh, he moved? God, I wanted to take with a pawn. I'm going to take with a bishop, actually. And if he takes with a knight, I'm going to take with a pawn, so I have control over f4. Maybe I'll take with a knight. We'll think about it. Probably the pawn, though. If he does nothing, I'm going to stick a bishop on f4, I think. Position looks kind of balanced, though. Just going to stick this here. Alrighty. It's looking even-ish. Like rook d1's playable. I'll trade and go king d7. Oh, rook g1. What a fancy move. It's a good move. Rook d7. Rook g6. Bishop takes bishop. Rook moves back. It's interesting. Bishop h2, rook to g2. I mean, if I go bishop to move away, he can go f4. Oh no, he can't. I can take it. All right, I'm gonna play this move, but it's a little shaky. The idea is I'm gonna go rook d7 next move. Oh, he can go f4 right now. Oops. And if bishop takes rook g6, then I might go pawn takes and rook h8. And play with the rook against 2 pieces, but I have 2 extra pawns. I actually like that. Pawns are very good in these endgames. Oh man, he didn't do it. I was actually kind of hoping for it. Should I go back to f4, or should I go king d7? I'm going to go king d7. Alright, I got an active king now. How do I proceed? I don't know, honestly. I don't like knight f4. I do this. Doesn't really make much sense, but The idea is knight e5 somewhere, like b5 and knight e5. B5 is like a weakening move, definitely. I probably don't want to do it. c5, don't need to do that either. h5, any good? Seems useful somehow.
Draw?
He offers me a draw. I'm going to keep playing. I'm up on time. I'm not really sure what my plan is. But it seems reasonable to keep making moves. Ah. Knight e5 is playable. Then he is f4. He's going to go back. Oh, he didn't. Alright, whatever. This pawn here is fine anyway. Random move. I feel like my king on c6 allows me to play b5 in some situations without my c-pawn being under attack. Where's he going? I don't even know what he's doing. I'm going to play this to see what he does. He'll probably just go back and check me. Okay. What about c4 now? Start with this move. Make b3 harder to play. If he goes c4, it's weakening. Don't ask. It's probably not the best move. Just want to go a4. Oh. Okay. Is g5 going to work? He can still go f4, unfortunately. Damn it. Random move. Knight c4 looks strong after king e2. Because look at his pawns over here. They're kind of weak. Now g5, and I mean, all my pawns are in the wrong color, which is annoying, but his king's very weak. Bishop f4, take. Does he ever... Can I win that? c5, I think I'm winning. But I could also just not do that right away. Let's wait a minute. Let's risk bishop c5. It's something I can think about also. I'm just going to waste time a little bit here. Pretty sure this is winning because of c5 and... Oh, it doesn't win. I just go back. I'm going to go c5 myself next turn and then b4. Annoying or no? I'm going to go for some b4 eventually. I ate down to 11 seconds, so this is good news for me. I guess I have to take. My plan is b4 and I get to take on b2 now. It's annoying. b4, he takes, I take. I have good winning chances, and he has 5 seconds on his clock. Oh, that was risky. he had to take on c5. Right, if he takes now, I take on b2 and then push the pawn. Well, you know, I won this game mainly because the guy's just endgame technique and his clock management wasn't amazing. I shouldn't have won this endgame. But, you know, in Blitz, I was slightly better the whole time. But that's about it. And I just stayed ahead in the clock and slowly grind him down. I don't know, like even right here, if he takes, I have to take this, I think. I mean, I certainly have chances. I check and I take this. I don't know, it's like a race between this pawn and... Oh, this is winning instantly, sorry. Maybe I'm winning, actually. But way, way back, I mean, you should have been able to draw, like, you should just set up... you should just set up a blockade with the knight, like, some kind of a4, b3 type stuff. Whenever I go b5, I make a lot of weaknesses, so it's... Like, it makes my c5 pawn weak, so I was a little hesitant. But whenever I can do stuff with just moving my king, if you're just moving your king, you're not weakening your pawn structure, so I felt like I'm not making any terminal weakness in my position. a5 is okay. You know, notice my pawns were always in the color of his bishop, which worried me a little bit, but it was hard for him to get to those pawns. And I finally kind of convinced him to do something weird with his pawns, which gave me an inroad with my king. Like, a3 was a useless move. The pawn's better on a2. Although I guess he's worried about... Yeah, it's better on a2. And then I did this. Whether I'm winning or not, I don't know, but I'm definitely better. As you can see, Houdini says I'm winning. You know, I thought this endgame might be winning, but I wasn't sure. I thought, like, the plan was c4. I'll show you the plan. He can't really do that much. And then c5. b4. And I think I'm winning. Take here. And... Oh, I have a... Okay, I have to... Well, he should play h4 way before that. Okay. So, like I say, I go c5, he goes h4. Oh, of course. I just make an outside pass pawn and I win. Yeah, I mean, I had a feeling I was winning this endgame somehow. Interesting game. Yeah, you know, one interesting analysis was earlier in the game, too. So, you know, we just had a kind of boring position, but this rook g1 move was kind of irritating. But I made a calculation, which who knows if it's true or not. But if f4, I was actually going to take this. And the idea is takes. And I was just going to take back. And it looks good. You get the two bishops against a bishop and knight against a rook. But I have one pawn, and then I get a second pawn. And Houdini agrees with me. In an endgame, when you can have a rook and two pawns against a bishop and knight, and the bishop and knight don't have secure, super secure outposts, often the rook is stronger. And I felt like I may have some advantage here. So this is what I was hoping for. I was hoping to play this f4 move. Because I can't take with a knight, because then he takes and goes rook g7 and it's annoying. But he just traded, and if he took knight takes, I was going to take with a pawn. If h4, I was going to do this. I don't know, I was hoping this would be okay for me, but I guess, you know, rook g5 is the problem. I don't know. Oh, this is annoying. He gets to the 7th. Alright. Anyway, he played too passive. Typical thing when you're playing a high-rated player, just kind of traded everything without any thought. And I got this endgame where I could torture him for a while, and ended up winning. Anyway, thanks for watching, people. See you next time. Bye-bye.